Good afternoon, whatever time it is.
Could I take a moment of your time?
You could not. You guys might be thinking, hey, this looks like what we were doing last time, and you would be correct. I decided to remake my Hobbit Captain on the Mordor server, so I managed to get this far before the stream started. I did a bit of Swanfleet as well. Not a huge amount, but just a little bit. I remember which key's F. That one. Excellent.
Might I have a word with you?
So yes, you would be correct. We did do this before. You're not going insane. I am. Well, I mean, to be fair, I was already insane.
My thoughts were elsewhere. I'm sure it's a bother, but I could use your help.
Yes? Can I help you find something in particular?
Just get this so I can see people test. So, how's everyone doing? What am I looking for? Bear pelts. Let's get them guys meal. You can hear a helicopter outside my house. Maybe they're finally coming to get me. Yeah, so we're going to get this for the attack speed. And then probably time of need, because I don't know exactly how the mechanic works here, but I don't know how. I've not come across any mechanics with anything different. So far, my experience of this server has been exactly the same as the other than not having a friend that can craft me huge amounts of armor. Though he did make me a set for level 12. Currently, I'm just using literally the starter gear, minus some shoulders that I got from somewhere. Nope, in fact, I'm just using the starter gear. I thought I got I got those gloves. I've picked up mining and forestry to begin with. I will eventually pick up cooking and farming instead, because I enjoy doing them. Oh, it's Wraith. Hello. Speak of the devils and they shall appear. It's back to full health. Guess logically I did more prepared this time. Stupid raids. Try the tank a bit. My dog is obsessed with that door. That's annoying. Just a plague. I don't want cheap viewers, but thank you. At least you were polite.
Cannot a body be left alone?
Longer burrow.
I
That's
want
the
a word with
post.
you.
Just watch longer burrow.
Can't a body be left alone? Might I speak with you a moment? Could I take a moment of your time?
You can.
Might I
You
have
can
a
get to level
word
12
with you?
and lock off. Just until things catch up. But I want to get level 12 so I can use that armor. Normally I'd stop at like this level and get caught up, but okay. To avoid the nosy hobbits. So normally I use the metal quest to get to the next area. It was good back in the day because of the run speed buff. I just got mats from level 1 now, so it doesn't matter. However, this one I do slightly differently because you have to run to do you know the number of times that I picked this up and forgotten it wasn't a mail quest and so tried to dodge stuff? You wait, you don't need to, just run down the road.
Hello there.
Probably should have done that when I was. Oops, I passed him. Don't know where I was going. I have no idea where I was going. There you go, sir. Right, let's do these quests. Let's do the one to defend the. There he is.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Minstrel. We're watching. We're all watching. I say the whole world's watching, but the whole world doesn't watch my stream. Imagine if they did. That'd be too much pressure. I'd get scared after one stream and quit. I don't do well under pressure. Everybody have some heals. I always just use Rallying Cry and Routing Cry on cooldown when questing just for the deed. What we did to do. Starting air fires but quick each other, nips the old starting air's virtue. Ah, that's a good idea. Come on. Could you update the quest, please? Thank you. What's up, kitty? What's up, kitty? So I think what we're going to do is get to 12 and then maybe go to Mosswood to need more stones. No, I don't. I need bear pelts and find old Sally. I'll go with you. Nice. Then we'd have to kill bears.
Mercy me! Will you hear me out?
Ah! So if we can avoid Wraith shot.
Goodness
Using a dagger.
gracious
I can,
me!
but I'm not
I
going
need
to.
your
That'd be
help.
weird. Right, what do we need now? Just to find Peppa Pig. Binging. Oh. I guess someone's got the Slayer Bell. There's not really any great reason to do the class deeds now because of the removal of points, but it's still basically free military points. Wonder if I can hit Old Sally with Horse March. Make haste. I can. She doesn't go. She does go 30% faster, but she wasn't moving very far to be fast to begin with. Not bouncing my leg because it makes the camera bounce, but I want to bounce my leg.
Oh, gracious me! Oh, gracious me! I need your help.
Do you? It'd be nice if you needed my help before. Don't really need bears, so let's see if I can. I always thought Shield of the Dunedain was a weird thing to have there. You can't even use it on yourself.
Goodness!
I understand they wanted to nerf Captain Tanks, but that I think was a bit ridiculous. Making it the final tier of blue would also make it not used on tanks, because these would still be better. Especially this. So, I don't know. There was a battle over there, but I didn't see it. I guess someone... Oh, it's that, it. Hiding in the trees. We are! We should steal hobbits, shouldn't we? How are you doing today, Maha? I wonder if the news on the DDoS patch has come out yet. I looked earlier and it said it was being released tomorrow. Like the, Hatch notes, so let's have a look. No, still doesn't seem to be anything. I was just curious what they were. We do hate it. Indeed, we do hate it.
Well, the gall of some folk.
Yeah,
It's been a
the
foul
gall of
day
some
it
folk.
has.
Gall of...
Might I have a word with you?
What's your quest? Self-esteem.
Could I
Oh,
take
that
a
one. Okay,
moment
cool.
of your time?
What's your quest?
Well, the gall of some folk.
Been doing
Boy
your first, to be
there,
honest.
give me a moment.
How is your... How... my English is... I've forgotten. I don't know what happened to my brain there. How did they find you, Maha? I just temporarily forgot how to speak English.
Is there something I can do for you?
Doing fine, I guess. Kind of trouble with adjustments to the new process flows. Automation does not allow me to work how I'd like to. I can just manually... okay.
It's terrible. Just terrible.
You don't want me speaking Danish. Rasmus's English gets worse when he gets drunk, and my Danish gets better. We once played the drawing game in Danish. Well, we were both drunk, and I did super well. Like, yeah, I'm doing good. Had a bit of a mini heart attack earlier, not literally. They told me how much it was to fix my teeth, and it's way more than I was. Yeah, so I need to find like a sugar daddy to pay for it.
How rude.
How rude. Or not getting your laptop. But I don't know. It sounds really like childish, but I think I'd rather have a new laptop because it's kind of negatively impacting my work. I have all my teeth. At least the ones that I've always had. Yeah, I think my teeth will last without the work for some time. But I do need a new laptop. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if my channel was more profitable, but yeah. I said to the dentist that I would have the... So originally I said I'll just leave it for now because it's like nipples. Nibbles is a good name. I want to be Nibbles. Hey, Vinicius! You're back too. How are you doing? I need another board. I didn't realise how extinct these boards were. Yeah, so I'm sort of thinking that I'll hold off getting my teeth fixed, get a new laptop, and then start saving for my teeth. Anyway, yeah, so I said to the dentist, she was like, I said that maybe I'd leave it, because it was to get the, they have to make a model of my mouth to find out where to put the new stuff. And she was like, we've got two options. We can either, like, change your bite by making the canines at the bottom longer and stuff, or you can get braces. I'm like, well, I can't afford braces. That option's off the table. And I was like, so if you don't think that the other option, the less expensive option, is going to work, then we'll just have to leave it until either I get back onto free dental or I have more money. And so she looked at my teeth again and was like, I think we can make it work. Because the thing is that if it wasn't going to work, then paying the £200 it would take to get the model made would just be wasted money. So I ended up opting to get the model made. But if the worst case scenario is expensive, but she said that if it's not, the main problem is this: my teeth fit together very well. So there's kind of two types of teeth. You've got interlocking teeth where the ridges on the top fit into the ridge at the bottom. You got a nice sharp bite, and then you've got, I can't remember what she called the other one, but the other one where your teeth rest on top of each other. The problem is because I've got an interlocking bite, it makes no difference to the function of the teeth at all. It's just those.
It's terrible.
Terrible. What a victory. So I said that I'd do it because if the I just braces are expensive. Braces are expensive. Braces are probably expensive.
Might I trouble you for some help?
I'm doing okay. Doing okay at the dentist earlier, and it turns out getting my front teeth fixed is going to be very expensive. So yeah, whether or not I end up doing it is Right, we caught it where we were before, so we're good. Yeah, I'm not sure. Thing is, I have about £700 saved up for the dentist work, which isn't going to be enough. But I've also got money saved up for a laptop, which I do need. Now, I could probably, assuming that it's not going to be massively expensive, I probably could afford to get the teeth done and just not get a laptop, but I'm having a hard time. My brain works best when everything's in its place, and so I do my work on my laptop, and I do gaming and stuff on the PC, and that all works really nicely. The problem is that currently my laptop doesn't work, and so I'm having to try and work on the PC, and my brain just doesn't like it. It likes it when everything's got its nice, neat little place. Otherwise, I'd just be like, well, I can make do without a laptop for
Good day.
a year or whatever it takes me to save up. So I don't know, it's a tough one. On the other hand, if I don't get my teeth fixed, maybe they'll get worse, and then be more expensive in the long run. So I don't know. But the dentist said after I get these impressions done, then go for an appointment afterwards. Realistically, she should be able to give me a definite price on the work that's remaining. Oh yeah, that was my plan anyway. I'm not getting a new laptop now. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a difficult one, a difficult situation. Yeah, we could all chip in for platinum. Yeah, I don't think so. The other downside is they don't do like payment over time either, because that was the other thing I asked about. Like, do they do some sort of situation where I can pay X amount a month for a year or whatever? And they said they used to, but they had too many problems with it, so they don't anymore. Which is a shame, because that would have been ideal. Because then I could have just paid like £80 a month for a year or whatever to pay it off. I mean, it'd probably be more than that or longer than that. But yeah, that... Yeah, she is female.
Hello there.
She has the nicest haircut. It's kind of... yeah. Yeah, can I clean the tools? So I don't know. It's hard for me. The bill they gave me was for like £2,000, but I've already paid for like £700 for that. That was for the entire course of treatment, including the stuff that's already done. So it's hard for me to...
Just the thing. Wait, what's this?
I'm not really squeamish, so I can't say that cleaning toilets really particularly bothers me. Once you've, like... Vinicio will totally be on my back now. Once you've had a kid that's done shit all the way up their back into their hair and cleaned that off, very little bothers you. Like, having kids gets you over any kind of problem with, like, grime and stuff quite quickly, because they are gross. Like, really gross. Jack once did one so bad, it just went up his back and in his hair, and, oh, it was just disgusting. But after that, I've been a lot more like, well, cleaning a toilet's not as bad as that. And Vinicius can back me up on that one, because I know he's got a young kid, and, yeah, they are pretty,
What do you need?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true. At least, yeah, but the thing about kids is it's really soft because they only drink milk. So, and even when they're on food, it's very mushed up food. So it's like, it's not even that they've got diarrhea, it's just that there's nothing in it to harden it up because they don't have the control to push it through. Ah, it's just gross and it stinks.
Will be just
So after that, I have to say, my grossness meter is definitely, yeah, it's definitely less than it used to be. Yeah, they do. They just find new ways to gross me out as well. I had to cancel my DDO stream on Tuesday. In fact, I didn't stream at all because my youngest nephew gave me a cold. Just like a 24-hour thing. I was fine yesterday. Yep. Oh yeah, dogs as well. For some reason, cats, no problem. The thing about cats, because they have quite because they're like small enough to be prey. Cats poop quite quickly usually, and so if they've got diarrhea, it tends to be a bit like Yeah, you get the idea. I'm not going to go into great detail. You get the idea. But they don't. It doesn't really stink. At least not from the cats I've had. But the other thing as well is that cats will still do it in their cat bowl. So unless they've got like really ill. Yeah. But dog is. Yeah. I was wondering I saw a list of European countries and how much people read, and Croatia and the UK were both the same. Like 60% of people that responded said they had read in the last month, whatever it was. Is reading it, because I don't know. I don't know many people, so I can't really say. But I wonder how much of that is just old people reading that's kind of pushing up the numbers. I listen to audiobooks, which someone tried to convince me wasn't reading. It's like, yeah, it's not reading, but it gets the book into my head, so. I do have a home library. It's a lot of it's reference books for 3D modeling, though, I have to say, and Warhammer books and Dungeons and Dragons books. I don't really have that much in the way of novels. I do have some, but not a great number, because I tend to read on my Kindle, and I have done since I was a kid. And then when I was at university, I used to read on my phone. I just kind of got used to that. And now I just read on my phone if I read. You're not 2.5 meters tall. I've been lied to.
Oh, woe is me.
I always believed you were 2.5 meters tall.
Might I trouble you for
But it
some
did
help?
surprise me. Do you know how many times I did this quest before I realised you actually have to follow the squirrel? You can just stand here and the squirrel will find its way out. Because it feels like when you chase it, it feels like you're chasing it because it does like a weird pattern where it looks like it's going the wrong way and stuff. But actually, it's just like there. It looks like maybe you're not chasing it. It's just a preset pattern. The Little Prince one about the statue. I don't remember. I think that's Danish. Yeah, I think that's Danish story. I've read some children's books in Danish. Funnily enough. That was about my reading level at the time. I can't remember what the Herald of Victory does. I know it reduces mana costs. It can heal. And itself. And stun. I think the Hope is the tank one. Because it eventually gets damage reduction. Yeah, there. It taunts and damage reduction. And heals itself. And also me, if I want to. No, the Danish have one about a statue of Prince of Birds. I don't really remember the specifics. I read it when I was a kid. And I've also read it in Danish. Because
Oh, woe is me.
I acquired, through methods that won't be discussed on stream, like a bunch of PDFs of like Danish kids books, but the bundle was designed more not towards Danish kids, but towards people of a certain reading level. So I thought it would be useful to kind of have some, because anytime I ask Karanya anything about Danish, he doesn't know. He just doesn't know, and so I'm not even convinced he speaks the language because he just never answers any of my questions ever. That is a really good book. Have you read Fahrenheit? That's also a really good book. One of the classics. It's a post-apocalyptic story about where books are illegal. It's very well done. There was a pretty good movie made of it as well, but they skip a lot. Same with 1984. Although 1984, yeah, 1984 is a bit Fahrenheit, I would say, is you have to really be into that. It's a hard read. I don't want to say it's not well written, because I think there definitely are positives, but it's not quite as easy a read as 1984. 1984 was first and foremost designed to be a pleasurable book to read, right? It was a story. Whereas Fahrenheit, I think, maybe was designed more as a kind of warning. Yeah, exactly. The Silmarillion. I haven't read the Silmarillion. I probably shouldn't admit that on the stream. I haven't actually read it. I've listened to the audiobook, but I've never actually physically read it. I have all the other ones, including the like the Fall of Gondola and stuff. But I've never Silmarillion. I just cannot. It's like reading the Bible. Yeah, it is, and it's the problem is that because here's the thing, right, about the Silmarillion that a lot of people don't know is Tolkien didn't write it. He wrote a lot of it was like a collection of his notes, a lot of which were expanded into stories by his son. And the problem is that because of that, there's quite a lot of conflicting things where I'll give you an example. So one of the Nazgul is named in the Silmarillion, even though, yeah, Untold Stories has the same problem. Even though Tolkien himself said he'd never give out give out the names of the Nazgul. So the problem is, and I can tell you as a writer, the problem is when you're making notes, you're writing things in your head. I've got a lot of stuff written down that is just there for my head, right? For example, one of the things, my example is like the nature of the gods and who the gods were before they became gods. I have no interest in telling anybody else that. It's always going to remain a bit of a secret. However, I have to know that for writing the story. And so, but a lot of it is very like loosely just like, okay, so this guy was a paladin that, I mean, the Lord of Light was a paladin. It's not really a big spoiler. You know, who was then selected. Like, yeah, exactly. It's like aide memoir. It's not designed to be read. So if I was to die and then somebody's like, hey, your books are popular, let's write this. It's not a developed idea. It's literally just what I thought at the time and then never thought about it again, just so that I had a reference point of this is what I based the rest of the story around. I can change it because it's not linked to anything. Hey, Titan, how are you doing today? DDO went down. I actually, at the last minute, was going to stream DDO instead of Lotro, and I remembered the DDO was going down today. I was really enjoying the Artificer yesterday. The plink, plink, plink notwithstanding. I was trying to find out if there was a way I could mute the DDO sound without muting on stream. Ah, okay. I need to speak with you. Excuse me, dragon. I wonder what patch they're going to do today. Let's go to Hyacinth Took, and then we'll go to back to Bingo. I think then Bingo's going to send us a stock, if I remember correctly, so that's fine. We can deal with him. I don't remember where Hobbiton's mail goes. I think it's Bywater. We'll just have to do the pie quests. We might just do those all in one go. I thought about making a YouTube video, so we might. I recorded one a couple of years ago, but never got around to editing it. But I think I can actually do it in such a way where I wouldn't need to edit it.
Might I have a word with you?
I can't imagine that's true. I don't know why they'd care. It might be the case if no, there's no way there's a federal law about it. It could be that if you're like buying a client, so yeah, even that, no, because it's the sort of, yeah, I can't, I would be super surprised, because if that was the case, then everybody's breaking the law. Like literally the entire software industry's breaking the law. I have software I rely on for work that randomly change things without telling anyone. Like the entire software industry would be breaking the law. So, I'm not going to say you're wrong because I don't know, but I would be very surprised if there was a federal law doing that. Not just that, but patches would be super long because sometimes they just like fix typos and stuff. Or like change code to make something work better. Yeah, I don't think there's a federal law though. It would be a weird one. Oh, do it. I'm genuinely curious now. I don't know why I came in here. Didn't mean to. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious. I feel like if there was, I would have heard about it at some point. Because games always change stuff without patch notes. And software does as well. I mean, Matt has complained before about his colleagues changing stuff in software and not telling anyone, let alone telling customers. They don't even tell him. So, yeah. I just don't think it would be enforceable, because the problem is you would then be requiring like, how would you even enforce that? Code is generally considered like a work secret, or whatever it's called, like an industrial secret. So I don't even know how you'd enforce that. Because what if they change the drop rates on something? Yeah. So I do know there is a law in the UK that shows that the rate of getting stuff has to be shown. I think quite a lot of Europe has that. It might be an EU law, in fact. But like, if you do like a loot box, you have to see what your chance of getting each thing is by law. There are certain exceptions to that. For example, loot boxes earned completely in-game, using in-game currency and stuff. Doesn't matter. But any time that real money is spent, or potential for real money to be spent, like in DDO, you can get those things for free, but you can also... There has to be... I mean, DDO is obviously very open about what the chances are, because you can see the roll list, so... That... Obviously, they're following the law, but... It was a big point of contention with Lotro back in the day. I know at least 2 people have stopped playing because they didn't show the chances of getting the stuff from the in-game boxes that drop. But because they drop in game and you buy the key, it was like a loophole, which I don't know. I think if anybody took them to court, I think they'd lose. I making it so the box itself is free and then, yeah. So, but at least in the UK, every gacha game, everything where you buy the actual thing that gives you things has to show exact drop rates. Doesn't necessarily have to be like exact for each item, but like you've got this chance of getting the rarest, this chance of getting like the different levels, shall we say? Not literally each item has, although most gacha games do that anyway, because I think Belgium requires that.
A going away present? What is going
I think it's Belgium. I know there was one EU country that really came down hard on loot boxes. It might have been Belgium. I also may be making that up. So generally, in all European clients, they do give you the exact percentages of each individual item, which is a bit annoying when, like, me and Cranny are trying to look at like a drop rates for something in a gacha game using free summons, so we have to actually go down into tile list of everything that can drop and find the exact percentage. But it is a good thing in the long run. Maybe a bit annoying for me specifically, but it's definitely a good thing for the industry. It's like Path of Exile got in trouble because you could get the same item twice. And so they've stopped doing that now. Now you can only get each item once, which sucks if you want 2 of an item, but also it was a bit frustrating getting 3 housing items, the same housing item 3 times when you bought loot boxes. Personally, if I was in charge, I'd also make that against the rules. I'd say that, you know, you must have the option for people not to get the same item twice. I actually don't object to loot boxes. People seem to think I would do. I actually don't object to them. What I object to is where games... EverQuest 2 is a really big example of this, where games will put less effort into in-game, like, cosmetics, because they sell cosmetics. Path of Exile also does this, but it matters less, because your character is less personal, because it's not really an MMO in that way. But definitely EverQuest 2 is really bad for this. I like EverQuest 2 as a game, but yeah, they are bad for that. Making it so that... yeah, most of the best cosmetics come from like pre-orders and ultimate editions. And DDO I think is fine. DDO I think does a bit of both. Definitely, and Lotro as well. Like, this outfit is great and was paid for, but I like some of my favorite cosmetics in DDO currently are from the new expansion, because I love the whole mix of like plate armor and cloth. And they obviously Eladrin, that's kind of their thing, is that they wear like Fey metal armor. False advertising. I don't know if that would be true though, because there's a because the problem is that things aren't generally advertised in that way. So for false advertising, at least in the UK, it has to be a specific advert. For example, if I say you can buy, you know, this golden cat for £5 million, and you come with £5 million, I'm saying this so nobody thinks this is an actual offer. It's what we call puffery. And you come and say, I've got my £5 million, give me the golden cat. And I say, actually, the golden cat's £6 million. That's false advertising. Because I clearly advertised one thing and then gave you another. The problem with a game is that you're buying the game as it is. In the terms of service, it says this is an online game. On the back of the box, it always says this is an online game and online experience may change because they're constantly patching things. So I feel like that would be... It's like when adverts put, like, colours and parts may vary. They never do. It's just in case they do, it's covered their backs. I remember once my nephew got like a Pikachu and a Pokeball toy, and it said colours and things may vary. I'm like, well, I hope the Pikachu's yellow, but it's just to cover their backs. So I don't think it would fall under false advertising because everybody's aware of the fact that online games patch. Everyone's aware of the fact. No, I don't think that's true, Tyson. I genuinely don't think that's true. If not, every single software company in the world is breaking the law, at least in America. Obviously, I don't care about American laws, but... Yeah, I don't think that's true. It would be impossible to police. Because how would you know they'd made the change? What if they make a change in secret that you don't notice? Like, they lower a drop rate of something. You can't see that. You might anecdotally be able to say, hey, this is dropping less often. For example, I make the argument, I think the drop rate of augments has been put up. Because I used to never really get augments. Like, I mean, from like regular quests, like +6 dexterity or whatever. I used to never get those. And now I get them all the time. And I think they've changed the drop rate at some point, but didn't mention it. I mean, that's a positive change, so they still break the law. It would just be impossible. And also, I can't prove it. My anecdotal evidence is not proof. Because I also can't prove what the drop rate was before. Maybe I just got unlucky. Maybe I'm just getting unlucky now. That's why I don't think it could be true, because it'd be impossible to police. But then also this. What if this? So... Let's take a game, not so much like DDO, because they don't really discontinue content. But let's take, say, Destiny 2. If you bought an expansion, or the original game, now they've taken out the entire original game, you can't do it anymore. That would be a break in the law, but it's not, because you're well aware of the fact that things are going to change. Yeah, but that's different. Manipulating things is different. That's what I'm saying. If the game says you have a 10% chance to get like the best character, and that isn't 10%, that's different because that is false advertising. But just making a change to the game, like, you know, the drop rates increase or decrease, whatever, is totally fine, even if they don't mention it. There's a difference because they're not actually advertising any drop rates. When you log CDO, it doesn't say, hey, you've got a 20% chance to get a named item. If they changed it to 10%, that would be false advertising. But because they never advertise the drop rates or any particular feature, they... Yeah, so that was a big thing in the UK. That was a big thing in the UK, which is online games should be kept going, even if... I also agree with that. I also agree with that. And I'll give you an example of why I agree with that. So a good example of this is a game called Vanguard. It wasn't... I really enjoyed it because it had a very unique, like, diplomacy system. But it wasn't ever massively profitable. But at the moment they closed it, it was still making more money than it cost to maintain. Yeah, dude, you're just making stuff up, though. So far, you haven't actually shown me any evidence that it's true. I told you what false advertising is, by the American definition. So I'd like to show you the bit where it says that they have to do that. Because like I said, no company does that. There is not a single software company in the world that advertises all of its changes. Because companies make change stuff all the time. Sometimes it's just, like, Mahad, make things work better. Like, you won't notice it as an end user. That's fine. Like I said, I can't say you're wrong because I don't know. But I genuinely don't think that's true. I mean, here's another example, right? If that was true, let's say I have a soccer club and I give everyone orange juice and then we run out of orange juice, give everyone blackcurrant juice. That would be a change without telling anyone. People turn up, have blackcurrant juice. Could they sue me? No, because I never advertised their orange juice. Like, this is why things like
How do you do?
false advertising have to be very specific. You have to have been promised one thing and then been given something else. Such as if I said I've got a golden cat for £5 million and then said actually the price is £6 million, I forgot to update the advertisement. Doesn't matter. In the UK that still wouldn't go though because the UK doesn't work that way. But... Okay. Let's have a look. Is it going to be... Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. See? No, that is true. They cannot say you can earn this mounting game for free when you have to, like, buy a battle pass. They cannot do that, which is why they don't. But what they can do is they can sell something and then eventually give it away for free. That's totally fine. They can make changes without saying anything. They just can't when it specifically applies to advertising. So like I said, if DDO tomorrow wanted to stop, you know, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example. Tomes dropping in chests. They could do that without telling anyone and they wouldn't be in trouble. Because they've never advertised. The only exception to that with the giving away for free later is I actually... So there's a reason why DDO and other games don't usually add like expansion bonus stuff to a store. That's because I don't know if... I mean, for one thing, it's a good way to piss off your customers that spent lots of money on stuff.
Could I take a moment of your time?
But that's generally why you don't see that.
Hello there. Might I speak with
It
you?
also shoots himself in the foot because if you say if you buy this expansion Ultimate Edition you'll get this cool cosmetic, and then you suddenly started, you know, even if it's 5 years later, putting those in the store so you can just buy what you want. For example, I want the cat mount from the cat box, right? If they release the dragon mount again and only allowed you to buy the dragon mount, I'd be like, well, I'm not buying the cat box then. I'll just wait for the cat to come out on its own. So it also shoots them in the foot. But yeah, in that situation, I think that's why a lot of games just don't do that. And not until they're massively depreciated. I know World of Warcraft recently started releasing their trading card stuff as Twitch drops. Because the trading card's been discontinued for ages, and they said there weren't even many unclaimed loot codes left. So they were sort of free and clear of that because... But it's rare to see games do that because it could be considered false advertising. I don't know if it would hold up in court. It'd be a hard thing to prove. But generally speaking, when I see something as being bundled with an expansion, my assumption is that's the only way to get it. But what you link doesn't say that every change needs to be advertised. What they're saying is you cannot advertise one thing and then change it to something else, which is very different to having to say every change. Because if that's the case, then what example do you think of DDO where they've advertised one thing and then changed it to something else? Yeah. See, that though is why games generally don't do that. That is why, yeah. Lamania. What's wrong with Lamania? It's a test server. Nah, I'm sorry, Titan. You're just wrong. No. It doesn't work that way. Otherwise, every company in the world would be breaking the law. It just simply doesn't work the way you think it does. False advertising and the thing you linked only applies where one thing has been specifically advertised. Like I said, if they said we're going to release the next expansion and everyone can buy it for £30, and then when it comes about, suddenly it's £50, that's false advertising because you promised one thing and then supplied another thing. It's why games don't generally do things like release dates too early. Yeah, but Lamania's not a promise. It's not a... It shouldn't be considered a promise. Nobody would expect it to be a promise because... Yeah. I mean, in general, ignoring the legal requirement, I do think games should be more, in general, should be more open with these things. Like, but it's a question of development time. So, like, it's why Lotro, for example, tends to do things, and DDO tend to do things like some typos were fixed. Whereas a game like Final Fantasy will actually tell you which typos were fixed because they've got a much bigger team able to do that. The problem is with why it wouldn't be a law is because we're all imagining companies. What if Mahav is a solo developer and suddenly he has to spend half his time making patch notes because everything has to be... It just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. Because you're only thinking of big things, but the law would include everything. So every change he made that had some effect on the program would have to be documented. It just wouldn't work. Not as a legal requirement. Definitely as a good practice, you should announce changes. because everybody gets annoyed when you do that and don't tell people, such as nerfing Grim Disturbance, right?
Good day.
But then you'd have to prove that they advertise Grim Disturbance as working. As I said in game, if it's fixed, I don't blame them. It definitely wasn't intended, but I don't know why.
Good day, isn't it?
Yeah, they nerfed Grim Disturbance. At least I don't know if it was intended or I can't imagine it was intended, but it got broken either way. What was wrong with Mulgrave? There's no way that it can work in the sense that they're breaking the law if they don't advertise changes. It just doesn't work. And even then, they could just write in the terms of service that things change. So release dates being delayed is fine, because there's always small print saying the release dates get delayed. It's just expected. Unexpected stuff happens. But I mean, the US has got a lot of weird laws, so maybe. But I would genuinely be very surprised. Just from like a logistical point of view. I didn't actually mean to do this. Let's cancel and do it later. I need to go get slug slime. Or frog stones. I can never remember which one's first. But yeah, it is generally why games don't announce release dates until they're 100% certain. Because the thing is, although I don't think it would be breaking the law, it definitely doesn't look good. It's why I was surprised that Path of Exile announced an early access for Path of Exile 2 for October or whatever it was, November. I would have thought they'd leave it too much, but they must be very confident that the game's going to be ready by then. Yep, see you, Maha. But regarding the thing you linked, there was a case a few years ago where that exact thing was a problem, because I want to say it was Star Wars: The Old Republic, but I can't actually remember, where they basically they advertised as you being able to get this amount for free or whatever it was. But the problem is that it was free, you didn't have to pay for it, but you did have to be a subscriber to be able to do the battle pass. And so that was a bit of a tricky situation, because in that point they had sort of changed the promise, but they had actually physically given that amount being free as like an advertising point of I think it was the second Galactic season. I don't think it was the first one. I think it was the second one, but that caused problems because they had advertised one thing for free, generally means without spending real money, at least in terms of gaming advertising. It doesn't literally mean that you just log in and get it for free, but it doesn't apply to things like test servers, because they pretty much write all over them that things can change. It's why when you get like a lot of in-game trailers stuff, they'll say like in-game footage, not whatever, representative of a final product. That's why you do it, because they're advertising, so they have to be careful. But adverts are very specific things. It's not just anything they say about the game. It's just one of those things. But I do think, not so much Studio and Outro, because I feel like their development times and stuff, but I do think in general games companies could be a bit more transparent about even just stuff they're thinking about in terms of getting more feedback. However, the problem is with feedback is that it's quite hard to judge the good from the bad sometimes. People have different... This is a problem on DDO forums. I have to say, is that people have got different ways of play. You've got kind of one aspect of the community that wants things optimized for the best builds, the best everything. You've got people like me that just, you know, they want to be good, but I don't really care about being the best. And so I want options that mean that the playstyles I find fun and more interesting, right? So that becomes a bit of a conflict because I was killing slugs. I meant to kill the toads. I even checked. So that can be a bit of an issue as well with sort of gaining feedback. It's why like the player council stuff are good, because you're specifically looking for a wide representative of. I mean, when I was in the DDO one, they ask you like, what's your playstyle? What classes do you enjoy? What classes don't you enjoy? That way, when you give feedback, they've got a baseline of knowing where you're coming from, rather than just someone writing in the forums, hey, I think this would be a good idea. And someone be like, no, that's not a good idea. Well, maybe not for the specific way you play, but as I think it's Steel Star's got on his thing. It's not, they don't just make items and content for builds people play. They're also trying to add new options and also support things like people that like to play like healing paladins, for example, as a kind of good example. Because there are people that do it. It is literally not just me. Though I was starting to believe it was. There are other people that like playing healing paladins, so. Mostly because you can do quite a nice DPS build while still also being, you know, a reasonable healer for easier stuff. Would I recommend it for doing like Reaper 10? No, Paladins don't have the healing output for Reaper 10. But is it fine for just topping people off while murdering stuff on the lower difficulties? Certainly. I do it all the time on stream. Same with like Inquisitive Alchemist, Inquisitive Favoured Soul. Like they're really good options for that. But like not everybody likes doing that. Maha, for example, cannot stand healing while playing a DPS build. He just doesn't like doing it. He will if I force him to, but he doesn't like it. And that's a fine way to play as well. I really like healing Captain in Low Trove, the same reason I like healing Paladin in DDO. I like being like a melee healer. In EverQuest 2 I played an Inquisitor, who's very similar to a Captain and Paladin, in that they're a sort of a predominantly melee, although Inquisitor is a healer that can melee, but they are a melee based healer rather than standing at range and doing stuff. By the way, if anyone's interested in finding out more about the way the Lord works, specifically in America when it comes to these things, you should check out Legal Eagle. I like watch a lot of his videos, and he does a lot of not only explaining specific laws, but also just the way the legal system works in general, and it can help you to kind of understand the kind of limitations of laws. I mean, in any country, to be honest, because it gives you a nice way to look at things. I also watch someone that specifically does them about UK laws, and they mostly deal with like things that are currently in the news, though, and things that are currently. So, for example, we had problems recently with kind of a bootleg news site making stuff up, and it caused a huge amount of problems. And actually, some of the people have been arrested, and so she was talking about that. But Legal is really good because he kind of gives a. It's not just about what he's actually talking about. He gives a good overview of the way the law works and its limitations. And he did a really good one on, was it? I think it was the first Trump impeachment. That wasn't really the thing, but it was basically like how laws are formed to kind of be specific but also wide-reaching. It was very interesting, and I imagine that concept applies to all countries, except maybe like super dictatorships or something. But in general, that's what the law wants. They want to encompass as wide possibilities as possible while targeting a very specific thing. So, for example, if you're writing a law to stop people being distracted while driving, your initial aim might be just people on their phones. But you want to write a law that also, you know, people can't say, well, I wasn't on my phone, I was on my tablet, or I wasn't on my phone, I was on, you know, I was using the inbuilt sat-nav or something. So you want it to kind of be a net to catch all of the similar things while also being very specific to the... Yeah, very interesting. So I do recommend that channel. I mean, if you're not American, obviously the specific laws he talks about don't apply. Although your countries probably have similar laws. But it definitely gives you a good way to look at... I can't remember the name of the woman I watch. But she, like I said, that probably wouldn't be much interest to anyone that wasn't in the UK, because she does talk about laws specifically about things that are currently happening. So there was a guy, a very famous guy in the UK that was currently, I think he's been indicted now. We'd have indictments, but I think he's been charged now with, let's just say, having a special interest in kids. I think he was a newsreader, very famous anyway. And she was talking about like people wondering like why it took so long when they had the evidence, and she was talking about the process to get through and stuff. So she does do stuff that's kind of specific to a current story, but like more wide-ranging in interest to stuff that is just, she just explains how current laws apply. So a good example of that was there was someone a few years ago that traveled to Syria, I think, to join a terrorist group, and she was stripped of nationality and can't come back. And she recently had her last appeal where the judges said everything that the government did was right, and that she fit the criteria of the law and didn't break international law. No international lawyers of like the EU didn't step in and say this is breaking the law. The international court didn't. Like, she was explaining like again why things worked out the way they did. Whether or not it was the right call, she doesn't go into. Whether or not it was a good thing, a bad thing. Whether one should be able to be stripped of their nationality. Personally, I think there's a bit of a loophole used there. So the UK law states that someone can be stripped of their nationality if they have another nationality by birth. So I think hers was Pakistan. But she'd never lived there. She didn't know anybody there. Her whole family had moved. So even though maybe it was to the law, which is all the judges can judge on, they're not there to judge whether something is the correct thing to do, only whether the government's actions were illegal. They weren't illegal. They clearly weren't illegal. They were within their right to do so. Whether or not they should have done it, I think maybe potentially not. But ultimately, they have to consider that. This is the problem, though, and this is what she's really good at explaining, is the government and the courts have to consider everybody in the country, right? Whether letting someone that willingly, even though she was young, willingly went to another country in order to join, you know, something that at the time was a prescribed terrorist organization in the UK. There's questions over whether she was trafficked or whatever, but that's not within there. Wasn't within the scope of the law. But yeah, it was super interesting. I'm not really sure how I stand on that specific case, because I can see it from both sides. I can see that they haven't left her with many options, but at the same time, whether she was sort of coerced into it or not, she willingly did it. She wasn't 5. She wasn't stolen and taken there. She willingly joined. So I can see that, you know, maybe, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It's a tough one. But yeah, the government has to consider everybody, not just that one person. Whereas, you know, the media and stuff, they have the benefit of not having to consider everybody, just that one person. So it's, yeah, a difficult one. Very difficult one. I don't think the government made the wrong choice, personally. I don't think it was maybe the choice I would have made if I was in charge, but difficult situation. But yeah, I like watching YouTube videos that kind of explain the concept of law more than specific instances. But that one's just interesting because it's always about current stuff that's going on in the UK. Like with the dude, he was literally arrested like 2 weeks ago. She made a video. Anyway, how's everyone's day going? Let's turn the conversation back to Lotro. Is anyone else playing on Mordor or Angmar? I think it's Angmar. I cannot remember the name of the second server. I think it's Angmar. I've come across one raid so far, and they nearly murdered me. Twice. But I ran away like a wuss. And now I'm just collecting metal, wood, and I need to lock XP. Nope, that's not lock XP. Where's the... I don't think I put it on my bar in the end. There we go. I'm enjoying the new server. It's a bit weird not having all my stuff and being able to just like make a full set of gear and things. But that's kind of nice too. I think what I miss most is legendary weapons though. I mean, I look forward to getting them when Moria opens up and doing Moria and stuff, and I like that I'm gonna have more time to work on this stuff. But there's another guy I used to watch lore videos from called Leonard something. He specifically dealt with things like fair use, like civil cases, a lot of things like people representing themselves, trying to give advice to people that wanted to do it. He had become a lawyer because his YouTube channel was sued, and he realized that if you didn't have the money to defend yourself, you kind of got walked all over. So he ended up studying to be a lawyer, and then does videos not really giving people advice, because you can't do that on YouTube, but like explaining, like going through like cases where people represented themselves and showing where they could have done better, or you know, whether there were the right things were done. So he does a lot of that. Where are we going now? Oh man, I got back onto talking about the lore again.
Might I have a word with you?
Where are we going now? Bywater. Let's go to Bywater. So I think we'll max out this for the attack speed, and then maybe this for 2% more damage. Maybe this just in case we come across another Reaper Wraith. Just for the damage boost. And then get towards this for more crit and crit damage. Is my current thinking. Yeah, so my physical mastery is doing okay, especially once I get more virtues. Which I always find, whenever I'm carrying something in this game, that's when I see all of the like metal and stuff. Oh, some guy in America hacked into the Hawaii Death Certificate Worksheet database to so he didn't have to pay child support. He faked his own death by hacking into their database and adding one for himself. I mean, you know, although to prove his behaviour, you gotta give him props for trying. Not sure it ever occurred to me to do that.
Stay and have some.
Yay! I got Seal. Let's go with confidence next. Need more confidence. Need more in real life as well. Not sure the in-game virtues quite go to real life. Yeah, so Bingo's in stock. Leaf in Woodall. Talked to that. Talked to guys in Hobbiton. Okay, things seem to be Welcome Tunnel is in Scary Quarry. Okay, I think we're largely what's your quest? Did I miss one?
Might I speak with you a moment?
Oh, I didn't do the one to Overhill. Alright. Do that real quick then. Surprised the hungry hobbits don't want to eat the mail. Guess it depends how hungry they are. Should probably do some of the farmers' fur. It's annoying doing it at low level though. But I might, after the stream, I might block XP and do it. Just to see if I can get some of the rewards. I don't know what rewards there are. But maybe there's some pets I want or something. We will see. I've had New World in my Steam library for a long time, but never really give it a try. Thinking about it, doing it. Okay, I've played New World relatively recently. They're doing like a complete redo of it relatively soon, I think. So I decided to kind of give it a bit of a pause until they did that. How are you doing today anyway, Stefan? I'm having a weird hair day, so no. It looks like I've done a comb over. I need my hair cutting. Did that in a weird order, but... Charge!
Good day.
Where's Camp Littlefoot? We have to go to Needlehall real quick.
Good day.
Oh! Anyone say anything exciting? Tell me on.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Um, all the slugs are missing. We'll come back later, I think. I guess we'll just come back later. Where am I going? I'm done. Found the nest. Got carried away killing spiders. Oh, my...
A lovely day, isn't it? Good day.
Grandma Boffin.
Might I have a word?
She is. She and Topra. Let's go! Grievous wounds. We could probably leave that for a bit.
How do you do? Could I take a
No,
moment of your
give me that.
time?
Nice slime slug. Slug slime, not slime slug. Hey Eldra, how are you doing today? How go your Path of Exile excitement? Yep, doing okay. Nice. Oh, how come? Is it not as fun as it was to begin with? Okay. I was going to carry my Righteous Fire guy yesterday, but then me and Karanya got very carried away playing. I was meant to go to bed early because I had the dentist today, but I didn't. I actually ended up going to bed, like, going to sleep later than I usually do. So I'm very tired. Any patch notes yet for DDO? No, no, looking for slugs. What are the main differences between RF Chieftain and RF Inquisitor? I need 25 more points. I don't know how much points cost to buy. I haven't bought any points or anything for ages. Cap resistances, get exploits from ascendancy, and big nice tutors. Oh, okay. Maybe I should remake my Inquisitor as a Chieftain then. Because I have the items and stuff, so it wouldn't be a massive issue. Yeah, I might do that. I like the build, but if the Chieftain's better, I'd rather do it now than get to like maps and realise that I should do it. Yeah, I saw Tempest Shield got changed. I'm assuming they're using yeah, they bought this one. Get one as well. Oh yeah, let's go check how much points cost. Need more slugs. How many do I need? 23. I'm going to do all of the slugs later now. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah. Mine's I never found mine's fun, I have to be honest. I know that Saboteur went through a bit of a renaissance at one point, but oh, okay, what do people use? Stupid saboteurs. Trickster. Yeah, I saw Trickster went away from being like more or less a damage over time only character to a bit more widely used, which is nice. See if we can grab some more slugs on the way out, so I have less to come and back and farm later. Yep. Yeah, because I can easily switch the Inquisitor to like hit that tornado, so it's not a total waste of the character. But yeah, if Chieftain ends up being better, then I might as well just do that from the start, since he's only in Act 6, so Act 7, 6. No, no, he killed Chevron and went to. Currently, he's in the woods, so I think he's Act. Yeah, because I think Act 7 starts when you get to the bridge encampment thing. I'm sure I can find the build. What build were you thinking of using? Oh, you've gone. AFK. Right. Making progress.
Good day. Could I take a moment of your time?
Oh, come back. I asked you something and I forgot what I asked you. Oh yeah, have you already got a build for the chieftain? Oh, okay. Hey, tree. Come on, tree. Hurry up a little bit. Get out, tree. Go. Be free. Go, tree. Go. Oh, hey, shadowy wraith. We can get you, wraith. Yeah, 2 tattered shadows. I'm not really sure what the tattered thingies are for. Come on, tree. Hurry up, hurry up. Go, 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 tree! Yeah. Game's worst escort. Actually, no, there's one where you're escorting a cook in Ered Luin that also sucks, because he's very slow as well. Oh, eventually I'll work out what killing those wraiths does.
Hello there.
Getting all the metal in the Shire. I was gonna say in the world, but I've only been to the Shire so far. Gonna get the rich copper too. There's Kranya. There.
Hello. Stay and have some tea.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I wonder what frog hops are. Do you think crabs look at humans and think we walk sideways? And that they're walking normally? Pew! Do we still need fight Lobelia? He's over this way. No, there's a shadowy wraith here. Need Lobelia the Toad. There. Oh. Bye, Lobelia.
Hello?
A lovely day, isn't it?
Right, what we're doing next? I guess we're doing...
Can I take a moment of your time?
No, we're going to Woodall. Yes, Woodall. Oh, there's a nosy hobbit. Let's go this way. Dodge the nosy hobbit. And then just run across the fields. Making good progress. I think we'll unblock XP after we turn this one in. After we turn these in. Should be good to get to 15 and then block again. How are we doing on Lotro points? Not bad. I want to get to 450 so I can... I don't know. I have two options. Get to 450 by the crafting tool, or get a cheaper crafting tool for now. And get a Slayer boost at like 20 and go around with all the boosted Slayers. Then I can get loads of Lotro points that way. It's a difficult question. Thinking maybe
I'd like
that.
to have a word with you.
I don't know. It depends how much like Lotro points I can get off stream before the next stream.
Hello there.
We'll see.
Could I take a moment of your
But I
time?
probably will get a cheaper tool. I'm going to the Sting Wagon. Grab how many more kind of deeds we got going here? Easy farms. That's fine. That's fine. Vinyl left. That's fine. Slug Slayer. Yeah. The other option is get no new crafting tool, buy a Slayer boost, and then just get a crafting tool after the Slayer boost. That might also work. But like I say, it depends how much I can get between streams, because... Yeah. So my first official stream for Lotro stream is next Thursday. So I'm thinking I'll do a stream on DDO on Lotro on Sunday next? It depends. My brother's here till Saturday, I think, not Sunday. So I'm not sure. So, but I think tomorrow will be DDO. Yeah, I am gonna take either Saturday or Sunday off this week though. There's some real life stuff I need to take care of. Well, not so much stuff, but I have stuff to do. So I might take Saturday off and then stream Lotro on Sunday. Yeah, maybe. Saturday's usually quite a good day of getting subscribers though. Anyway, yeah, I'm taking one of the days off. I have decided. But tomorrow will be DDO. Might start a bit earlier and end a bit earlier. Or start a bit later and end a bit later. Depends how the morning pans out. We're going back to the wall. Let's grab the... I don't know if we're going to come back to this farm. I don't usually do the... Defeating the bandits quest, though. It would be easy. Potentially an easier option than thingy, but... Yeah, maybe I'll... Actually, I think maybe I'll get the crafting tool. The reason I say that is because the best time to do the Slayers would be like 20, and I can do the Bree ones as well. Oh, hey, Shadow Wraith. George, stop for a second, please. you harm me, please? Not harm me, but heal me. Right, this is too much. Don't know why he's not healing me. There we go. That was weird. He just didn't want to heal me for some reason. Okay, that was a bit more edgy than I was expecting, but I don't know, we did it, so. She won't have enough points to be able to get the solo healing, the self-healing for Captain, but I guess I could just do this as blue. It's a shame there's not any deeds to kill Wraiths, that would be cool. Oh, that's another one. It's Wraith Central. It's a lot easier when my pet tanks. Maybe I'll just use the tank pet. Because he gives me increased maximum health or something, I don't remember. Physical mitigation, yeah, maybe I'll just do this. I think, actually thinking about it, maybe I'll do a defensive one. I don't know, confidence, when do I get the next one? 70, yeah, let's do, But yeah, so I'm not gonna do any like mainline questing off stream on this guy. I may do zone completion of other zones though. But like say if I let's say I stop now, I might go and I might go to like Erid Luin and do quests there, or Swanfleet or something and do quests there, but I won't do quests here. So the next stream it will carry on from where I was. But that's not to say I won't do anything off stream. I might gather, I might eventually get some farming stuff and not doing on stream. So yeah, so but I won't do any more like the main.
Stay.
Well,
and
good.
have
Not doing
some
that.
tea.
I think we're good.
Please, stay a moment.
I'm not super committed to getting to 20 without dying, in all honesty. I'm not going to use the title either way, so I really couldn't care less. However, that's not to say I sort of purposefully don't want to. You know what I mean? I'm not going to. Also, I probably won't do slays here until I'm finished here. But theoretically, I could also do slays here and finish up deeds and stuff here after I leave to the next zone. But yeah, that's my current plan. I can't. It's hard to say if that's always going to be the plan, and also I won't always be playing this guy on stream outside of the official stream. It really depends how quickly we make progress in general. But we'll see. But that is currently the plan. Then we'll get this next so that I can defeat the Wraiths a bit more handily. And then we'll get, yeah, so we'll get that. And then for 17 we'll get confidence for crit, and then we'll get fidelity as the last one. So that I don't get murdered by Wraiths. Since they do predominantly tactical damage. What I will do on this guy though, between now and Saturday or Sunday, whenever I stream this next, is I will go to Swarmfleet and do stuff there, because gear. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, I'm interested to play with you. I was thinking I would do a ranger, or maybe it depends what you play. It really depends what you play. I want to be a dervish, but you don't want to do the Alona one first, which that's totally your choice. I don't mind. Yeah. So I would recommend against Monk as your first character. Its damage is really bad. It's very much a support. And until you get heroes, it's hard to kind of support that. It's like Paragon. Yeah, Necromancer was another option for me. There's some fun builds.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, I was thinking Ranger. Or Elementalist is also fun. Also, you can get Rain of Fire very early, so... I don't know, I kind of want to do a weapon-based one. Yeah, so Monk is like if Guardian could only play Firebrand without any damage. It's like Druid, for example, before they changed it. That sort of thing. It does have some damage builds, don't get me wrong, but they're all reliant on high-level skills or very, very, very specific setups. So, as an example, Monk has two very good buffs that work together. One is that they deal 10% of the damage taken back to the enemy. Another one is it means that... No, sorry. So, the first one is that they can't take more than 10% of their HP. Another one is that they reduce damage taken by 7. So, what you do is you get to 55 HP... and then put on that can't take more than 10% of your health, and then you then absorb all the damage. And then you use an AoE kind of thing to do damage. But these require very specific setups. Just as like a starter, I wouldn't recommend it. If you want to like take like heal as Monk is like the secondary class just to get some access to some healing, that's totally cool. That you can totally do that. Yeah, because if we were playing, if we were going to play Cantha, I probably would have played Assassin. If we were going to play Elona, I probably would have played Dervish. But if we're going to play Central Tyria, then maybe... Yeah, it depends what you play to some degree. I do kind of feel like I want to play Ranger, maybe with... like maybe with... I don't know. Yeah, I think Ranger. Maybe like spirits and stuff, Ranger.
Could I take a moment of your time?
If you go for something like, for example, if you were, if you want to go with like warrior or something that has limited self,
these arm muscles, lifting a mug of
maybe I would
ale
go.
to my lips.
Oh no, Mesmer is fun. It kind of suffers the same problem as Monk, but to a lesser degree. But once you get
There is nothing for
once you get access to those later spells, Mesmer really is good. You get like Ether Feast, for example, where you steal energy and stuff like you're still going to be a support because it's more like Chronomancer than say the other two. So you're going to be a support, but you can yeah. So I'm thinking Ranger. Warrior is definitely an option too, but I was going to do a Scythe Warrior with the Dervish. So the only thing I would say, in all honesty, is what we could do is you do all the stories on the same character. So if you weren't super committed to doing the intro to Central Tyria, we could start in Elona, and then once we get to the end of the starter area, we could just go to Tyria and do that story first. It's sort of a bit like Guild Wars 2, except the intro is a bit longer, where each race starts in its own place, but then you just sort of join, you can just go to another one. It's kind of the same, but the intro is a lot longer. It's more like if you couldn't go to the first zone. But the majority of the story we can do. And then I probably would play a Dervish. Yeah, okay. There is no real order. They all happen at the same time. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So you get to the end of the intro, and then you'll get 2 quests to go to the other areas where they're also having problems. The other option is I could make a Dervish and get through that starter. You could make a whatever and get through that starter, and then I could just join you. Maybe that's a good option. I could just join you after the intro. Alternatively, we could play together and I'll just switch character, because I think I might already have a Dervish that's... Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll start as a Ranger, and then if I don't enjoy it, I can switch. And if I do enjoy it, then I won't switch. Yeah, no, I like that plan. That's a good plan. I also thought Paragon, then I can buff you. So Paragon's like it's a spear thrower, but it's predominantly like a buffer. It's like a bard. But I already have one that I enjoy playing, and I already got did some work on him and got spells and stuff. So I actually don't mind playing him solo. But that's another one where Paragon I would not recommend. It's excellent, right? It's a lot of fun. And if you're not bothered about rushing through, it works absolutely great. Like, the damage is perfectly acceptable. You don't have to rely more on heroes. So if you're not like me and have skills unlocked or the ability to unlock skills, then it can be problematic. I was lucky in that I met some people on stream that gave me books to unlock skills. But yeah, I think that's a good plan. Because then if you want to go something like Mesmer that's a bit more supportive, Dervish is like a pure DPS. They can be tanky. They've got a lot of cool spells. Although I was planning to go like a... Oh, wait, I did this too fast. Yeah. There's a lot more options available for how to play Dervish. So yeah, no, I think that's the plan. So I'll be a ranger. But I'm going to go like Beastmaster Ranger. Because I think it's fun. The only thing I will say about Guild Wars 1 is if you're wanting to like literally do everything, we probably are going to have to get a guide because there's a lot of like hidden quests and stuff. They're not hidden in the sense of like you have to do special stuff, but there's like, it's not like Guild Wars 1, like Guild Wars 2 where you can see everything and do stuff. So we probably are going to have to at least find a world map so that we know where we're heading to next.
I think that went fairly well.
Otherwise, they will just end up just missing stuff. I'll give you an example. I've been through the original intro a few times, and then I did it with a friend from the other guild I'm in. And oh no, it was from that guild, it's Lucy, and he showed me an area that I'd just never been to before, like ever. I'd just never been to it. And I didn't even know it was there, and there was quests there and stuff. And I was really confused. I was like, how on earth did I miss this? So yeah, it's that. It's that kind of thing. So at least having like unlocked world maps or like a picture of the world maps, we can at least see. Yeah, exactly. That kind of thing. The one thing I will say is, like Guild Wars 2, on the map you can see like the swirly fancy zone things. Do you know what I mean? So you can see where there are zone connections. So the intro, I would definitely say we should do exploring. But there's nothing missable. There's no... So the way it generally works in Guild Wars 1, at least for the non-expansion stories, like the original 3 stories, not like Eye of the North, where you meet the Isra and stuff, but like the 3 original stories, is for the most part, you'll get quests that unlock skills, and then like a couple of zones later, you'll just be able to buy the skills for skill points. So it's not like you can miss anything as such, but there's a lot of rewards and stuff. The downside, I would say, is that you don't really change gear that much, because you basically just craft whatever the... But I've got loads of crafting materials, so... I got given a whole bunch, so yeah, it's with no issues of that. Once we get to the actual world, we can certainly yeah. And then we don't have to worry about upgrading gear and stuff. We can just kind of run around in whatever the latest gear for the area that we're in is. But no, it's gonna be fun.
I've no chuck with strangers. I want a word with you. Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Did you see the live stream of Monster Hunter Wilds today? It's looking so freaking good. Is that a... I don't know, it's a dog called Wolf. It's like, where's the... Why is it barred from use? What's going on? Is there a Reaper somewhere? A Wraith? I'm really freaking confused. What's going on? What's this? What was that? I don't know. Oh yeah, it looks so good. I'm really looking forward to playing that with you. I want to play Kinsect Glaive and Hunting Horn. The Kinsect Glaive looks so good. They kind of got rid of the stabbiness of it, so it's more of like... It looks so good from the thing. I like the Charged Axe too. Is it the Charged Axe? The one that's like a magical sword and shield that turns into an axe to unload. I like that one. But I think I'm going to focus on Kinsect Glaive and... I like the Hunting Horn. In fact, when me and Crania play, I generally play the Hunting Horn with healing, just so that I can keep him alive. Because we're not very good at dodging. What's this? Ah, crafting experience. That's useless. Unless it affects... Does it affect this? No. Well, it's useless then. Good if you want to level these, but I'm leveling Gathering, so... I don't think it affects Gathering. No. I don't know why. I don't know why it wouldn't, but it doesn't. It looks like they're doing like Monster Hunter World with a strong story as well, which I like. Do you see Path of Exile 2 got early access release date? I'm looking forward to that as well. The story looks really good. I've been playing Wukong, which reminds me a lot of Monster Hunter and the Star Wars game because it's very slow paced. Like, it's not like it's not like Elden Ring or something, which is like fast paced. It's more acrobatic, which I really like. But I did find a kind of cheat way to play earlier today with Grania. He was watching, and I found out if I just hide on my staff, most things can't hit me. And then there's a random poacher there that I missed. I'm trying to get the archer pet. No. Like, just, I don't know, pour glitter on him. Okay, that's good.
Dear me, what do you want?
How are you doing, Itamoki? Itamoki? I don't know. Initially I thought it said it's a monkey because I've been playing too much Wukong, but it doesn't. So I didn't say that, which is good because I don't want to look like an idiot. Wait, why is that still safe? Oh, I guess it was... Yeah, okay. I probably should take Time of Need next just in case I come across one of those Reapers again. Or Wraiths. Yeah, because it gives us a feat response, which means I can heal. Which is very nice. I always thought the blue should have something like that. Now would be a bad time to get a Wraith. My Highling gave up. Not Highling. Common Herald. He gave up on life. It's probably because I got him killed by the Wraith. I need a name for him. I wanted to get the Hobbit one, but it costs real money. I don't have enough flow trip points at the moment. Because I'm poor. But and we on. No, good. Good. How's everybody doing? Is anybody else playing on the event servers? Out of interest. Do we have any funny stories to tell? So far, I got jumped by a Wraith in a house. They were camping a Hobbit house that I needed. And someone came to help me. He had despawned. Which was annoying. Yeah, so hopefully next stream, or next Lotro stream, I should be able to finish up the Shire and head to Bree. Because we're almost done with having to do quests, so... We don't have that many more quests left to do. I factor in the pie ones for the... So we've got 3 more of these. How many have we got? So we need to do 21. There's what, 14 plus 2 pie quests? Plus 3... Yeah. We're probably pretty good on quests. I might do the pie quests off stream, sadly. They're a bit annoying. Well, you'll know if we just go straight to the other quest. We don't need to go in there, do we? Oh, did we get the east? Yeah. I think we're good for now. Need more. Need loads of brigands. Unless there's some particular purpose to it, I don't think we're going to be doing Slayers on stream. I think it'd be a bit of a boring stream just for me to do Slayers for 3 hours, so... Never say never, but I think possibly I will predominantly do those off stream. Moo! I'm on Mordor. How are your adventures with the Wraiths going? How many, at level 50, how many trait points do we get? Yeah, I do. That's true. Middle-earth is definitely lacking in Riz. Messaging me? I still think Saruman would have more Riz if he was wearing glitter. Imagine having a glittery beard. What's this quest? What's going on here?
Stay
I
and
don't
have
want to do
some
that.
tea.
Leave me alone. Are there any like worthwhile rewards from the Farmer's Fair that dictate I should get it on this do it on this character? I guess I could do something off stream. That would be fine. As well.
How do you do?
How are we doing on points? We can almost get a crafting tool. Whee. I wonder how long it'll be before Mori is unlocked. Probably quite a while, I would think. I do miss having legendaries. Not so much in this level before, but in general I will miss having a legendary. I don't know how good the healing captain weapons were at level 50, given that healing captain wasn't really a thing. You were just sort of a captain, didn't have specs, so you just sort of a captain that had heals. They also need to get some skirmish currency, which is also going to suck.
A lovely day, isn't it?
So I just need the last quest for the taverns is the one in Rock and Borings
Good
now.
day.
Where are the Shire thingies there? Re-rep as well. I guess we will do... Let me think. Okay. So, I'm thinking I will do the post quest. Yeah, so I need to do Puddyfoot's Fields, which are up here. Richfield Wall and Quarry, which is fine. This now needs 18 quests. It's also fine. Okay. I think we're going to stop random questing other than the ones I've already got.
Might I speak with you a
Because I need to finish the post quest and also do the play quests for the finishing this, so there's no real reason to do more side quests other than if I need XP, but yeah, I can always do that in. Generally get to 15 and then lock, so that's probably what I'll do here. Do you know the number of times I've picked up this mail quest and thought it went to Scary Quarry because there's always stuff there and instead it's to Budgefield? Oh, I fell in the water. You didn't help me there. None of you caught me when I fell. What's up with that? Have you been killed by a wraith yet?
Please, stay a
Itamoki?
moment. Hello.
I need to get a new camera. This one's super washed out. I don't think I've ever failed this mission before. At least not for a long time. Would you go up, please? Thanks. Okay, let's be more careful. Careful's not really my forte. I have many skills, but being careful in games is not one of them. Alright, wolves, if you could just leave me alone, that would be amazing. Right, now I've got tolerance to fight off the evil of the, that's cool. All the raids. That give... Oh, that one doesn't give, points. I'll give 5, okay. Interesting. So I do need to kill wolves. Like I said, I think, Slayers I'll do off stream. I don't think there's really particularly any reason to do them on stream. Maybe later on once, I'm sort of careful not to go overboard on doing deeds off stream, because if we hit 50, I have to do something. So I think maybe there's gonna be zones that I just sort of skip, like every glue-in, and it always gives me something to do in the future. Yep.
Might I have a word with you?
You might. Let me just quickly turn this quest in though, because I came this way. There's a Lawmaster on a very cool mount.
Hello there. Good day. Might I have
Actually,
a word
you know
with
what?
you? Could I take a moment of your time?
No. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that anyway. So
Good day.
Go on,
Might
then.
I have a word with you?
I need more wolves for the Slayer. So if I'm gonna kill wolves, I might as well get a little bit of extra XP, even if I don't need the quest. The other option as well is I could just keep doing quests until I finish the Bounder's Life and just do the pie quest as extra. That is also an option. But I do have to finish the epic as well, or basically start the epic, because the epic in the Shire is really weird because it kind of skips half the zone. You just go straight from like the start to the Shire to this gives Will, I think, which is nice. No, fishing. Okay, that's also nice. We're going to start doing the daily fishing as well. Again, probably will do that off stream, unless I like forget. I only made this character today, so... Oh, hey, Wraith. Don't you scream at me. I'm not having that. You gotta be cool. You're not cool. Be cool. Finish off this wall so I can get her defeat her. Bye, Wraith. My healing's kind of crappy at the moment. But my weapon's really old. Although I guess my healing won't, because I don't think I'll have enough points to get stuff from blue as well, like to get this, so it's possible. I don't know though. We'll see. We'll see how things go. I don't know how many points we're going to have at 50, since the trait system wasn't in when the cap was 50, so I don't know how well this translates to 50. But this is 30 points, so this should be enough, because you get like 20 points between 1 and 2, so I feel like it should be fine. To at least get that and stand alone. Whether or not I get this stuff, I don't know. That's 30, yeah, so we should be fine. I am a captain. Hey, 17. Oh, nice. Right, if you need any captain advice, I have lots of it. One of the reasons why I decided to pick a class I actually knew how to play well. I thought about my original thought for this was a Bjorning, but then yeah, I don't really know how to play it well. So oh, I love the Shire. Just doing random stuff. Oh look, there's a Lordmaster. Oh nice. Okay. I think it's 14 I get the ability to remove dots, which will also help against the raids. How many more do I need? Loads, right. Yeah, I'm not going to do Slayers on stream, I don't think. At least not unless there's... I just want to. Like I said, I might do the pie quests on stream next time, so I can record a video, but probably not. What time are we on? Okay, we're good, we're good. Let's, what am I doing? I need to get confidence. I need to have confidence that I'm getting confidence. Yes, if I get confidence for 17, then...
Can I take a moment of your time?
And then fidelity. So my first piece of advice, this is general advice for any DPS, is get tolerance and fidelity, because the wraiths do a huge amount of tactical damage. In fact, a lot of dungeons do too. So my advice is get tolerance and fidelity for landscape. And then I'm getting zeal, valor, and confidence. That would be my first piece of advice. Because the wraiths can hit quite hard. But it is predominantly like dark damage, shadow damage. So it can be mitigated nicely. Or should I have any other advice right now? I only made this guy today on the server. Or maybe yesterday. Actually, maybe I made him yesterday. Yeah, I think I made him yesterday. And I can't remember. No, I did make him yesterday because I had 3. Yeah, no, I did. I didn't play him much yesterday. I think I got him to like level 6 or something. Right, we need to try and dodge these bats because they stun, which is very annoying. We didn't dodge the bats very well. Okay, bats, if you could just ignore me, that would be preferable. Let's see if we get back on the road. Should be able to get through these two. I mean, worst case scenario, I can set my hireling to murder one. He will die, but we will not. Well, yeah, crafting is probably a good idea. Like crafting gear, yeah, your armor especially, for the same reason. That although you may play on, I'm playing on normal difficulty because I already have the captain titles, so there's no real reason for me to play on a higher difficulty. I did a captain playthrough, a dwarf captain, last year, or whenever they added dwarf captains to 150. So, oh, it was 140 at the time, but then I got them to 150. So I don't need to do the captain title again. I already have them. I mean, I don't use them anyway.
Can I take a moment of your time?
You can. Hobbits are so polite. Although the most annoying one is the human that says, I don't know if you can help me. It's like, well, why are you bothering with that? It'd be like me just walking to a random person in the street being like, I don't know if you can help me. I don't think I can get ash yet. No. My plan is to go prospector, cooking and farming, but food is very little use, super low level, so... And I didn't have much money, although doing okay on money now. I have 234 silver, but I also have... Oh, okay, my other piece of advice is task items you can sell. Like, for money in the auction house. That's my other piece of advice. Like, a good piece of advice. Goes up there, so we'll just go down. Oh, this guy there as well. Could you... Nosy Hobbit, could you turn around, please? Thank you. Much appreciated when the Hobbits, like... Most of these you've got loads of time to do, so there's no real reason to rush. There we go. I need to be right back in 2 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Go back. High Elf's a good choice at the moment because I never turned that thing into Cam. Puttyfoot. Did I miss a post quest? Oh no, I'm good. It says now to turn in. I remember. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so the High Elf starting ring is quite good. Not like so good that you should make a High Elf over anything else if you don't want to, but it's a nice bonus because it scales with level. So something worth. Do you know this is going to be the first life in a while that I actually start Mario at 50? Normally I just go in at 46 and kill everything, but yeah, it's going to be the first time in a while that I actually do that because Mario's not out yet. I assume it's not going to be out before I hit 50. Hobbit Minstrel.
What do you need? Hello.
Nabilo Sackville Baggins has heard tell of goblin sight in these parts. There have been a few sightings, if true. It's true. My sister is convinced that she saw well. It's embarrassing. I suppose I can trust you though.
Please, stay a moment.
My sister Pansy's a good sort, but she can be rather excitable. When she gets an idea in her head, it stays there, no matter how silly it might be. I know someone like that. And before you know it, she's convinced half the Shire it's true. She saw something out in the green fields the other day, and she thinks, well, maybe you'd better talk to her about it. Folk have seen goblins on the edges of the Shire, but try and talk some sense into her for me, would you? You'll find her wandering around in the town square, in Scary. Staring the folk, I shouldn't wonder. Yeah, okay. You're not, I don't need you.
Moment of your time.
You're not, I mean, I will do your quest, but we don't need you right now. Hello there. There's something terrible happening in the Shire, and you need to do something about it before it's too late. I mean, tell me about it. I've done like 500 quests here, so it's already too late. I was walking on the green fields looking for flowers when I saw a squat little man off in the distance. He was carrying a spear. It's definitely a goblin. And believe me when I tell you that he was a goblin. Yeah, what else would he be? Like a very, very short troll. All of a sudden, he dropped to the ground, and it looked to me like he was reaching a hole of some kind. A rabbit hole, most likely. I was so scared I ran back here and told my brother what I saw. But I don't think he believed me. Green fields are out northwest of here. Maybe you ought to go and look in those rabbit holes yourself. Don't know if it was... we don't know what it was looking for, but it can't be good for the Shire. I don't know either. I mean, I do know, but let's go search a rabbit hole. Yeah, it's been ages since I read through the low-level story. I can't do voices, so I'm sorry about that. I just can't. What? Oh yeah, I'm like 8 points away. Ah well. It'll be fine. So you gotta find Halros, and it's the one near him. That's the only way I remember which one it is. It's the one that's near Halros. Maybe this one. It could be the one to the south. It's one of these two. It's that one. Look at that. I don't look like an idiot. I guess they're just doing the epic quest. I actually did consider that, but decided against it because I like doing all the other stuff as well. I actually also thought on this stream of skipping the epic quest, just doing the epic quest on the Lotro stream, and like doing it that way, but also decided that was a bad idea. Captain's wrong. Yeah, I like the river ones. It's yeah, the river hobbits have a much better stat array for captains though.
What do you need?
As it happens, although regular hobbits get might, river hobbits get agility, which gives you stats, and also will as passives. So you get health. They got minus will there. They got agility, but then in the traits you've got will here, or here, there. So, but yeah, I don't know why they didn't make regular hobbits be able to be captains and ringkeepers. I mean, I really think every class should be every race. Should be able to be every race should be able to be every class except rabbits. Except obviously
Might I have a word with you?
I can't find the guy I'm supposed to be talking to. Oh, Band of Primstons and Brock and Borings. Okay, we are going to. We'll go to Brock and Borings. I need to find a forge so I can get the last 8 points I need to get Barrow Iron. Then I need to recruit someone on Mordor to make me a sword. How is your day going, Maha? Since I last spoke to you. Is there a forge? I almost teleported back, so it's a good job that I didn't.
Just a moment.
There's a workbench. There must be a forge. I see a forge there. Oh, that sucks. Yay! I'll do for now. There you go, patch that I could have, you know.
How do you do? Might I speak with you a moment?
Oh, nice. Lots of road trips. Oh, I forgot to read that one. What? I don't know what happened. He didn't believe that the stories of goblins in the Greenfields. He still thinks it would be wise investigating her sighting. Yeah. Sorry. It goes so long between quests, I forget to read them. Okay. What is this? A goblin tooth? It's a pleasure to meet you, Kip, but I must confess that I have already come across goblins in the Shire, as you can see. This was just a scouting party, but there is sure to be a large camp of creatures somewhere nearby. We must deal with the threat before the goblins rally their courage to attack the nearby towns.
How can I be of service?
Well, I'm not from the Shire. My kindred has sworn to defend its folk against all threats. I am what the folk of the Bree would call a ranger. If you will aid me in my task, you will have my gratitude. He always turns up after everything's already done. The goblin encampment must be somewhere to the north, but I have not yet had an opportunity to track these goblins. We should each set out in opposite directions and search the North Greenfields. If you find the encampment, thin their numbers as much as you can, and then return here to my camp. I will do the same. For the sake of the good folk who make their homes in this peaceful place, I hope we find the lair of these goblins, Kip. I will, because the map will tell me where to go. Ah, that's probably spoiler. I probably shouldn't spoil his delusions that he's living in the real world. Oh, that's a bit mean. They even killed the bear. Oh well, get this one. I don't need that, I need barrow iron. Where's all the enemies? No one killing here? No? Just things taking it. I don't know. That's weird. Must be a problem though. Yay! Level 14! Now I have words of courage, not that that really helps much, but... What are your plans for the evening, everyone? Or whatever. Nope! Nope, I have a max level captain on Evernight. In fact, I've got about 7 captains on Evernight. I really like the class. Have you played a captain before you made the high elf? Okay, well, if you need any advice. My advice would be, with the wraiths, use the tanking herald, not the DPS one. Because its DPS sucks at low level anyway. There was no low level anything to kill to get a defeat event, so. Okay. Well, if you need any advice in general, I'm more than happy to spread some words of wisdom. Are you playing on Mordor or? Are you playing on the regular servers? Angmar, okay. Keep forgetting I've got the Noble Mark to do more damage. Should probably reset my herald as well. Once I get a bit of tankier, I'll probably start using the archer once I get it, but for now, happy with I'm happy with this. The damage difference between the two, I really just lose the 2% damage from the banner, but the damage difference is basically nothing. He's got one less damage attack, he doesn't get an AoE, but the AoE's not very good anyway, so I can cope. My main problem is that my healing sucks. Am I having that, man? Oh, nice. Yeah, I actually thought about making a Mariner. I think I'm going to make one to play on my own. So this is my stream character, so I'm not... Other than doing deeds and stuff, I'm not really going to play much off-stream in terms of making progress. I'll do... yeah, no, I made one when the thing first came out, hence the Hobbit Mariner next to my webcam. How many more do we need? I'm trying to get a crafting tool. The other thing I thought was Warden, because I was actually leveling a Warden on the live service before I made this guy. The lag was a bit annoying, but maybe on the server there's less lag, so... The only problem is I don't really want to be a tank. So yeah, I'm thinking Mariner. The other option would be Bjorning. But I don't really know how to play Bjorning very well. I mean, I guess I don't really know how to play Mariner very well either. But I like being support more than DPS. So yeah, probably Mariner. I used to play on Brandywine. I switched to Evernight though when I came back after a long break. I played on Brandywine from, I would say, maybe Riders of Rohan to Helm's Deep. Yeah, maybe that period, or yeah. But even on Evernight, like the other day, I was getting kind of annoyed at the lag, so. Yeah, it's right. Don't forget to read. That was a or. Get the O and then don't forget to read. Hopefully somebody won't murder my. Yeah, no, Blue Captain's what I play on live. Yeah, the Before the Shadow is probably, at least on this server, the better one to go with, because it gives better gear and stuff. Especially since, like, on live, it's easy to get someone to craft your gear, because people have got tons of stuff. Here it's harder, stuff's more valuable. Yeah, so my plan is to play this guy as a Blue Captain when I hit max. But if people don't want me, then I'm not too bothered. I'll happily just not join groups that don't want a healing captain.
What do you need?
You have returned, Kip, and not a moment too soon. I'm afraid to say that the goblin presence is much greater than I expected. There are already 2 camps of creatures in the green fields. The goblins are led by a chieftain, as you might expect, and I have come across something unusual. There are whispers that the chieftain reports to someone else. I have not learned the identity of this mysterious figure, but he does not seem to be a goblin, which troubles me.
What can I do?
2 goblin encampments. I cannot understand what would bring goblins? I lost my place. What would bring goblins to the Shire after so long and in such numbers? Bound of Brimstone must be warned that a grave threat these goblins pose. Go to the watch house in Brocken Borings and give him these tidings. Just head back along the wall and to the west. His town will be the first to fall if the goblins attack, and he deserves as much warning as we have to give. Warn him to be wary, however, not to wag his tongue too much. It would do more harm than good to panic these people. Okay, Ross, you seem to know what's up, so I will listen to your words. Also, I need XP. And the crappy items that this gives, but there's not much of anything. No, I know. It's been ages since I read through the like 1 to 50 story. Moria actually relatively recently on stream did. I didn't read it out, but I did read it. Because I couldn't remember any of it really. So I didn't start doing it because I remembered like the beginning with getting like Zickelberg and stuff back, and then people getting kidnapped. But the bit at the end where you like find the unseen and do that, I couldn't remember that at all. So I decided to yeah, how's that? Okay, cool. I decided to read through it. But we'll get there when Moria is released. Brocken Borings Watch House. Guarded the Eisen. My title. Oh, River Dancer.
How do you do?
2 camps of goblins. Things are going from bad to worse, Kip. I was much happier when I thought Pansy Tunnelly was just seeing things again. What is happening to the peace and quiet of the Shire these days? You'd best go to Scary down the road, east of here, and find out from Wilcome Tunnelly what's going on in the quarry. I don't like the stories I'm hearing about this skull they found down there, and I'm sure the rumours will just add to Pansies. Right, now I have to go murder spiders. It's kind of funny to me that in the other zones, like the starting zones, the epic quest kind of takes you through the zone. In the Shire, 90% of the epic quest takes place around Scary. It kind of makes sense though, because the rest of Shire doesn't really have that many problems. So it wouldn't really be an epic quest. The rest of it is dealing with like pests rather than actual problems. Whereas in the other 2 zones, they're already facing problems. So it does make sense. It's just a bit weird, I think. Because you sort of get a quest from here to go to the hill, and then from here to... and then it just stays around here. Eventually, we'll take the skull back to the Matham Society, but...
Hello.
Welcome back to Scary Kip. You want to know about the skull? Well, as it happens, my workers broke through a wall in the back of the cave down in the quarry. I always assumed he was a child. And a whole swarm of huge spiders came boiling out. As my lads were running from the cave, one of them noticed a skull sitting on a pile of rock. I just know that the skull has to be evil. Why, I bet it's what caused these spiders to the quarry in the first place.
Might I have a word with you?
Looks like my sister Pansy wasn't too wrong after all. We've got Grim Golfinball's head in the cave. You've got to go to the cave down at the bottom of the quarry and recover that skull. My lads mentioned what a strange mist covered the floor. Take a breath. Of the room where they found the skull. I don't blame you if you bring friends with you. In fact, I encourage you to do so. The spiders have really made themselves at home in the quarry, and who knows what other evils Golfinball's head might stir up down there. Bring it up here as we can. Bring it up here so we can have a look at the, and maybe we can figure out what's wrong, what's going on. I've forgotten how to read. I'm sorry. Hey, thanks for the follow. Maybe it'll help teach me to read. Gotta wait for it to flash up so I can see who's... It didn't flash up. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know plenty of people that do that. I'm sorry whoever followed. I love you. I'm sorry, it didn't flash up. I think the Lotro box is ahead of the alert box. I'm sorry! Unfollow and follow again. You deserve to flash me. Oh, there's a rich couple there. Hello! Sorry about that. I do apologise. I was messing with my stream ready for the Lotro stream. And I accidentally put the Lotro. So the reason is because games that I permanently stream like DDO have their own like instance of game streaming. And then I have like miscellaneous game where I just switch it to whatever I'm currently streaming. And Lotro was on that. And then today I decided to sort my stream out so that Lotro had a permanent one. And it was at the top of the things. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Are you playing on the event servers? I'm not really sure what else to call them. I think event servers make sense. Yeah, so this is good. Most of enchantment might be useful for something. Might as well try and get some spider kills while we're here. We only need 11 more. Yes, my aim is that I can get the Shire done this stream, then we can start Bree next time, which means I can finish up the Shire off stream. Like doing the pie quest and stuff. If at some point people want to see how to do the pie quest easily, I can certainly show you the routes, but not on this guy. Can do it on my Mariner or something. This guy I want to keep moving forward, so a lot of the deeds and stuff will be done off stream or something. Right, if I could not get jumped by a Wraith in here, that would be great. There's nowhere to run. Although there's plenty of enemies to kill for defeat events. Yes, there's another piece of... Oh, nice. Yeah, I know someone else that plays on Evernight had that same thing. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm doing a Lotro stream, I probably wouldn't have done that. It is a bit weird not being able to just make gear for my character and stuff. And having to actually worry about money and things. It is a weird feeling. The main thing is I have like 1,000 mithril coins on Evernight, so... And like crafting tools and stuff. Slayer of the Shire? I don't remember where Goldpimple Skull is, so... It's been a while since I did the Shire, like, to level. Normally I do Swan Fleet and Cardola and just come here to do deeds. But I just skipped the prologue, but it's been a while since I actually did the prologue here. Yeah, because I think the last time I actually did this on stream with a new character, I actually skipped the prologue anyway, just because it's... But yeah, so the... my Lotro stream is going to be going through the epic story all the way through. And so I started the character on Evernight last time I streamed. And we got to about the same place that I started today. But then decided, well, since this server's kind of limiting progress anyway, it would be quite a good opportunity to kind of go through some of the content I haven't been through before at level. For example, the Angmar dungeons I've never actually done at level. Because back when Lotro first came out, I wasn't really a group player. No, I didn't do like instances. I just ran around on my captain killing things. I mean, like doing quests and stuff, but I never really was much of an instance runner. I mean, that's true, but now I've never been much of a, like, end game. I like questing. So generally I get characters max level and then make another one. I can't be the only person that does that. Which is why I've got, like, 7 captains. Could you stop screaming at me, please? I mean, more spiders, but I also don't want to die, so... Now would be a good time for a raid to spawn when I've got lots of victims for defeat events. Of course it'll spawn when there's nothing around to kill. Do you know what the legitimately my main reason for doing on the server was? There's a pet I really want that's very cute. Where's the pet? No. I'll show you. If the game doesn't crash. Is it typing? I know. Like on Lotro. Never. No. What's going on here? Why are there like 100 copies of each? So there's this one. I don't know why there's 100 copies of each. This one is very cute that I want, but the main one I want is this one. Look how freaking cute that is. Little shadowy hedgehog. No idea how you get it. Haven't got that far yet. There's loads of shadow animals. That's cute too. Shadow spider. Yeah, so no idea how you get them. I assume from the tokens that you get from the not Morgul's, Wraiths. Yeah, I'm level 14 and I haven't died yet, so I'm trying to keep up that. Which is why I'm killing my way out. If I die, I die. I'm not going to go to special lengths to not die, but if I manage to do it, then great. I'm not using the title either way, so... I know people that will delete the character and remake it if they die. I never use that title regardless, so...
I can do for you?
I've got way cooler titles. In fact, my favorite title on a captain is the A Light from the Darkness, or Hope. Spark of Hope, I think it is. One of the ones from doing the Mordor area. I can't remember what it is. I think it's the Spark of Hope. The Glimmer of Hope? I don't know. But they're both very
Might I have a
captainy,
word with you?
captainy titles. Oh, we need to... Let's go take this random quest they did down here in fact, you know what? Let's just cancel it, because I can't bother to run back down there, and I don't need the XP or... Don't need the XP or the quest completion, so... Yeah, because I only need 13 more quests, but I have to do the pie quests. And there's also one more post quest, so... If anyone's playing on Mordor and has a weaponsmith, I mean, I have a weaponsmith, but it's not leveled. I'm not leveling it, I just took it up to make the level... I used the intro to make this weapon. I could do with a new sword. I have metal. I think I've got crit items, but I'm not really that bothered if it crits or not. I have one friend. Anybody who wants to be friends, I only have one. We should sort out my inventory as well. Also lock these so I don't actually sell them. Potions aren't something that I normally keep because I never use them, but the rates hit really hard. So having some potions to hand is very helpful. But that's probably my biggest advice for anyone that's wanting to play on the server is definitely run 2 tactical mitigation virtues, because the rates hit very hard and they do predominantly tactical damage, which is something that by default most classes don't sort of deal with very well unless you're running a sort of dedicated tank tree. My second piece of advice is be defensive in general. Like maybe your class has some defensive options in the DPS tree or something of that nature, you know, maybe kind of invest in those for a solo build. Annoyingly, I won't have enough points to get this from Captain to be able to heal myself in red. But my second spec is going to be blue anyway, so I guess for the harder rates I could just kill them slowly in blue, which is perfectly fine.
How do you do?
How do I do? What did you say this was? Goldfimble's skull? My goodness. This is a very significant find, Kip, even if it does make for a rather unpleasant mathem. This is a bit of strange coincidence, though, for Goldfimble's skull to appear on this particular day. I was consulted... Particular is quite hard to say quickly. On this particular day, I was consulted about Boros Club just a few hours ago. Interesting. I don't remember the story at all, to be honest. I know the quest... like the general pattern of the quests. Have you met Bounder Primstone? Runs the watch house up in Brockenborings. He came by a few hours ago and asked to borrow Boror's club. Normally I don't lend such things out. Oh, I added a word there. Since I'd like folk to visit the Matham house if they're interested in seeing something, but Primrose is very dependable. Some of the young hobbits up in Brockenborings have expressed an interest in the Battle of the Greenfields, apparently, and Primrose wanted to show them the club Boror used to knock off the head of Goldfimble. If you think it should be brought back to keep Goldfimble's skull company, you could mention it to him at the watch house in Brockenborings. I do think that they should keep them together. It surprises me that the hobbits didn't already have Goldfimble's skull, to be honest. I don't think it's ever mentioned how it came to be not in their possession, but it's the sort of thing you would have thought. Because I think the Battle of Greenfield's like 130 years before. Like it's a while ago, but not like if I would... Oh wow, I just went to nothing. I think we'll do the bingo quest later.
I hope you will pardon the mess. I have had so few visitors lately.
But we will catch up before we leave the Shire. I like doing it in blocks though. I generally don't do each quest like at a time. I like to yeah, I'll generally do like all of it up to Bree and then all of it up to Lone Lands and then all of it up to Rivendell. Oh, all of Lone Lands and then all of Rivendell. I do it that way. Oh, that's that quest. Have some focus here, Kip. Time we on. Right, I think we're gonna have to stop soon. As I have other plans for the evening. Let's see. Where are we going? Borings.
A lovely day, isn't it?
We are going to finish the quest real quick, though. There's only one quest left.
A lovely day, isn't
Kit,
it?
you've caught me at a bad time. I'm afraid I was about to step out. Oh, alright. Yes, I borrowed Bull Roarer's club, and I'm sorry that I had to lie to Brombod about it, but if Golfimble has really come back to life, this club is the only thing that might scare him out of the Shire, don't you think? Going to that goblin camp you found and get to the bottom of all this once and for all. No, I don't want you to come along. I don't want you coming along. You can tell that hunter Haros that I'll have taken care of the goblin soon, if you like. He deserves some thanks for finding those camps. Dude. Why did you think Golfimble would come back? Crazy hobbits. That's coming from a crazy hobbit. I should probably summon this guy before I forget. Okay. That was weird. Did they actually get that or did they not? It's hard to tell whether they might not have been high enough level to get it. Yeah, they weren't. Okay. Well, their inventory is fun. They left the gems, but that's fine too. No, I got it. So yeah, they just weren't high enough level. Obviously it's not my inventory, but I can do it off stream. It's got everything in it I've looted since I started this character.
Greetings.
Brimstone is journeying to the Goblin Camp. That's brave little fool. That brave little fool. Does he think that the Bandabas won the Battle of won the Battle of Greenfields by himself? Bora may have knocked off Golfimble's head, but many hobbits lost their lives in that battle, and their names are no longer remembered. Yeah, that's true. That's a very sad thing about history in general.
How can I be of service?
I have learned something of enemy. Lubak, the leader of these goblins, is under the sway of a man from the north, from Angmar, I believe. It was long thought that none of that people still dwelled in the north, but it seems they have returned. I do not know what lies this man of Angmar told to Lubak, but he has convinced him that he is the heir to Golfimble and that he must fulfill Golfimble's edition, the domination of the Shire. We must not delay, Kip. We need to rescue Bounder Primstone. I will seek out some of my kindred and meet you inside the Goblin encampment to the northwest. Look for the cave entrance inside the camp. If the Hobbit is alive, he will surely be in the cave seeking Lubak. I understand why he doesn't just come with me. Sword is an upgrade though, so that's at least the first 200 sword that the Shire has, at least of the quests I've done, Shire has Yeah, the reason why I'm going to do Swan Fleets and Cardinal off camera or off stream is because you get some good weapons and armor from it, which will help out in general. So it seems I saw they nerfed it so you can't get rated inside instances now, which is nice because you know some of the story instances can already be tedious enough without adding additional layers. The same reason that like the difficulty mode doesn't work in instances. I can find the entrance to the goblin bit now. At least this will improve my reading skills. No, before we could probably just run past these, but I don't want to die. There is randomly like an elite goblin here, which is, I just thought was a bit weird. He's named just like the goblins, so he's not even like a named goblin like the Warg and stuff in Bree. So I'm not really sure what the... Ah! This doesn't really... I don't never bother putting this on stuff until I get Inspire. How are we doing? How many clothes? Yeah, so if I finish the epic quests on stream, I'll probably finish up the Shire off stream, doing Slayers and the Pie quests. And then we can start Bree next stream, which will be, like I say, Saturday or Sunday, depending on which day I decide to take off. But that also depends on what I can get done in real life between now and then, with the rest of my time. Because it could be that I don't have to take either day off, but... My current line of thinking is that I will take one day off, so... In we go.
The goblins of Mount Graham have never forgotten their defeat at the hands of the Shire, and revenge has brought them hither once more.
Where is Mount Graham? I have no idea where Mount Graham is. Does anyone know? Could I not be... Okay, thanks. Take that off auto. It'd be nice if it only triggered when you're below 50% health or something, but... that gives, I forgot I've got this now, so that gives crit damage, crit chance. Onward! If I'm not 15 by the time I finish this, I'll also just get 15 quickly on stream. Off stream. Just the right level to start in Bree. I think we will, based on this and the other stuff. Was there a goblin? I thought there was a goblin there. I guess I'm just seeing goblins. I've got enough to buy a crafting tool now, at least. Let's see what trouble this guy's got himself into. I found the goblin's kip. They didn't much care for Bora's club and took it from me without much trouble. Their leader is a goblin called Lubak. We've got to get rid of this Lubak fellow. He might not be Golfimble, but I reckon he's just as bad. My wounds look worse than they are. I'll come with you, just give me half a moment. Ah, so you were malingering. There's Lubak. Okay, my... Have you? Kill me off. much does buff last? 7 seconds. Gives 3% hit chance, crit chance though, which is nice. I guess you didn't gain a... And then Halrosh turns up and he's like, wow. You have my apologies, Kip. I'd hoped to arrive before you join in battle with Lubok, but I saw something that diverted my attention, which slowed my progress through the cave. One of the goblins, a rank creature of little prowess, had gotten his hands on Bora's club. He was trying to escape the caves with it, and I have no doubt Lubok's wrath would have been great when he found it gone. We saved him the trouble of his anger, though. It will now be of little consolation to... Although it will be little consolation to him now, though. I've recovered the club and returned to Primstone when I have delivered him safely to the watch house in Brocken Moorings. You have done well to stop this threat, Kip, but something about this affair troubles me. Come by my camp in a short while. We will discuss these matters in the open air. Thanks, bro.
What do you need?
Saruman's treachery has delayed me too long. I can only hope that Frodo and Sam have left the Shire. Without my aid, their road will be a perilous one. Frodo must rely upon the Rangers and your prowess to see him to the end.
Though we don't catch up to him, so... I guess we do in... You're made of stern stuff indeed, Kip, and the Shire has been saved through your efforts, but this is a joyous victory. Lubok spoke of Aegon. What did I say? You've thrown me off now. Progress. I don't know what I said. Lubok spoke of Aegon, the man of Angmar that planted the seeds of conquest in his mind, but of this man there was no sign. Where did he go, and for what purpose? Did he abandon Lubok out of a sudden necessity, or was it his plan from the beginning? It was his plan from the beginning, obviously. Still have trouble on leave. And what has become of my kindred? Normally they keep a close watch on these lands, but of them now there is no sign. The riddle is broader than the Shire, Kip. It is very broad. Lubok Endar. I do not know what fate has befallen my kindred, but I fear for them. I fear too for the continued safety of the Shire, for I am but one man and cannot stand alone against the dangers that even now crouch on the borders. I last received word that the captain of my people is at the Prancing Pony, and in a Bree. I would ask that you speak to him at once and tell him what happened here. He must know that Aegon is somewhere in the wild, and that the rest of... I don't know how you spell that, how you pronounce that name. And that the rest of our people may go in danger. Go, Kip. Travel east across the Brandywine River into Breeland and find my chieftain. The man you wish to speak with is named Butterbud, the owner of the Prancing Pony. He will know of my captain by the name of Strider. Hurry, for the Shire may well be unprotected. Okay. And that's it. We are now more or less done with the Shire quest. Yay us! I'm a little bit behind on XP, but the bingo quest will do it, or pie quest, or nail quest, or whatever. Right. I thank you all for watching. It's been fun. Did a little bit of catch up at the beginning, but otherwise, it's been very...
Hello.
It's been a very positive stream. I will catch you all tomorrow for some DDO. If not, I will see you for some Lotro on Saturday or Sunday, depending on which day I end up streaming. I hope you all have a good rest of the day, however much is left, or a good tomorrow if it's already tomorrow. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!